solar flares, NESARA, and galactic energies. February 26, 2014. Saint Germain has been speaking about this to me in my private space for some weeks now, since he is at the moment more consciously present on our earthly planes, but I never found the time to actually sit down and allow a channeling about this to come through. Finally, I grabbed the chance a few days ago and made some space for this message. Greetings, my beloved friends. It is I, Saint Germain, providing news, a lot of news actually. Now and then I enjoy stepping in with important news referring more to present events, while at other times I prefer to give you more profound actualizations which are having a deeper impact on your ascension process. Well, this message contains both approaches. The year 2014, which is the first year of the actualization of all your wishes, your realities, your creations and your preparations, has already brought about many initial shifts. For starters, I am more specifically referring to the intense solar flares which are having an enormous impact on your earthly reality and also on your current consciousness and your embodiment. Never underestimate those enormous powers and impulses, as they represent a crucial link in this global ascension process. More than ever they rush towards you with more powerful impulses, and at an even faster pace than you could ever imagine. Be forewarned, my friends, it will all intensify and increase even more. This will help to achieve more awakenings and more shifts coming to pass in your earthly reality. Up until now, the increase in solar flares has been a kind of terra incognita, an unknown region for many of you, because the intensity of those flares has never reached such proportions as they have now. Each solar flare is in itself a huge creation and an activation which contributes to the actualization of your inner self within your very own environment, within your reality as well as within your own embodiment. The majority of the light workers and masters on this planet who are ready for this are embodying the merger of their I Am presence and the Christ consciousness, all of this evolving along different phases. That might require even more grounding and relaxing, as well as more resting and a certain expertise in order to convert them into an inner creativity and a balance. It calls for a way to penetrate your reality and your consciousness, but it also requires a means to manifest itself in the all by way of your reality and your embodiment. Your bodies and your consciousness are crucially important in this whole process. It is not only the human consciousness that manifests its visualized forms and its creations, but also the global consciousness in its entirety across the entire planet, of all the creations on Earth and beyond, takes on forms and creations as we are talking about a planetary and a solar shift, which also concern and have an impact on other planets and other realities and dimensions. As a collective consciousness, you are becoming increasingly more aligned not just with each other as the human race, but also with the elementals of nature, with the animal kingdoms, and even with the world of fairies. The more you are aligned on the same level and on the same vibration with the animals and the elemental kingdom, as well as with the higher dimensional beings such as the fairies and the devas, the more your consciousness will expand towards a more galactic union and a merger of consciousnesses. The Galactic Federation already started their plans to guarantee an effective presence on a planetary level for all those of you who are ready for this. Depending on each one's reality, on the intention of the heart, on their respective consciousness and vibration, contacts will be made in such a way and on such a frequency level that you can easily handle it. If you still adhere to the consciousness where separation is still present, then that fact will be reflected accordingly. If, on the other hand, you represent the consciousness of oneness and of tolerance, then a more consciousness merger will take place with these galactic energies, which allow you to become more aware of your multidimensional aspects of yourself. The more you are the master of your own being, meaning that you stay in your own power in the heart and that you are in balance, the more you will be able to determine and to create in what manner you wish to experience your very first galactic contact for yourself. There are numerous possibilities, and they are all at your disposal for your well-being. Enjoy the upcoming creations and the more conscious interactions and explorations with those galactic aspects of yourself and with your family of the light. Quite a number of ships has actually landed, as permission for this has been granted by the collective consciousness. However, we await anxiously what the political response will be concerning our presence amongst the human population. That issue is now the order of the day. A certain amount of very important breakthroughs are coming your way and covering not only the galactic consciousness but so much more. One such issue concerns NESARA, as I have pored very hard over it these past few weeks. The cosmic law pertaining to the pleading of unconditional love and freedom has arrived at your shores. The breakthrough has already manifested itself and has come to pass. Firstly, everything gets accomplished on an etheric level before a planetary shift takes place, but do not forget, my beloveds, that you are the ones in control as to what may transpire in your personal reality. So, in a nutshell, you are the ones to decide when and how all of this is going to occur in its final phase. I am the one who paves the way for you to enable this and to help bring it to fruition. Only the collective consciousness can authorize and allow what will happen next. This with the cooperation of your own divine powers. I work with your energies and with your consciousness to determine where I can assist to reach a breakthrough or where I still need to lend a helping hand to succor the powers involved. You can view it as an orb of light energy which is handed over to me from all of you, and in itself it symbolizes your heart creations and your inner powers for change. This orb of light energy allows me to accomplish everything that is contained in it due to my manifestation powers, whereafter I can pave the way politically as high up as possible. Without that orb of creations I cannot interfere, as interference is not allowed without your consent, your cooperation, your openness, and your growth in consciousness. The more that this orb contains the unity, the cooperation and the heart intentions, the more powerful it becomes. There have been many discussions these past few months. A lot of preparatory work has been done even though you are not aware of that. Nevertheless, some of you are utterly aware of what went on and were able to pick up some memories. Your patience will be rewarded, a fact that is becoming more and more evident. Leave the attitude of waiting for something to happen behind you, as things are not entirely done for you. They are done through you and with all of you, as together we form a unity that can stack all powers that will create effective shifts and changes. We can only function as a link or as an assistant, however the rest remains your own collective experience, your own possibility and creation, because it is your consciousness that marks and realizes everything here on this planet. I am not the savior of this planet, rather I distribute my consciousness and my master energies in a strong and constant way on this reality as a contribution in this process of ascension, as it is the age of Aquarius, which represents my pure energy and my powers by way of the violet flame. Let's all empower now this collective consciousness and let's continue as one and the same source of love, so that the way to eternal freedom and to a careless existence can be accomplished. Together we will achieve the planetary ascension as perfectly as possible. We are nothing without each other and we are everything in ourself. I am that I am. Saint Germain. Channeled by Melaine Lafont. LafontMelaine.com. PleiaDDolphininfos.blogspot.com